Today we're going to do a series of lower body, specifically in the feet and the ankles, the shins and the calves, fascial release. And it is surprising how much tension and restriction people often hold in their ankles, in their feet. So the ankles and the feet, several fascial lines cross there. So when we work on releasing this part of our body, it is surprising what else can change because everything is connected. For example, we have a fascial line going from the bottoms of the feet all the way up the back body to the neck, and we have the same with the tops of the feet all the way up the body and round again. So I want you to cross one of your legs over the other. I'm using my left for the moment, and we're basically going to twist our ankle. So one hand is going to go one way and one hand is going to go the other. So I want you to play around, and I want you to really have a think about which is the most amount of tension. So we always want to lean into the most amount of tension in the body when we're pinning and we're locking, so we're holding in place, just because it gives us the best result in the body. So for me today, my right hand is going to come towards me. I pull the skin, I pin it in place. My left hand is going to go away from me. Ooh. I hold that in place as well. And then I want you to breathe 6 breaths and move that foot around really slowly. So we don't want to activate the body's defense system with the muscles. So the fascia likes to be worked with really slowly. I want you to make sure that you're breathing, and I want you to get all sorts of different angles with that foot. Keeping these hands pinned in place. Maybe you find a little sticky spot, you stay here. Maybe you breathe into it, which always helps things move. Oh, that feels good. Welcome any sensation, even if it's uncomfortable. Oh yeah, that feels good. Ooh. And release. Have a little shake out. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to walk around, but between all fascial maneuvers, you want to walk around in between. So I want you to notice how different your left foot and ankle feel to your right. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we have a little play again. Which side do we want to go to? So which hand wants to come towards you? Which hand wants to go backwards? Once you've got that, you pull the skin, you pin it in place, and you move that foot around. You make sure you're breathing nice and deeply. When we breathe through the nose, we predominantly build the pressure in the head. When we breathe through the mouth, if you notice where your air goes, it's more down into the pelvis and the sacrum and the lower parts of the body. So you can play around with what feels right for you, what feels good in your body. The important thing is that we breathe freely. Nice, so all different angles. Oh yeah, that feels good. Nice. So have a little walk around, and I want you to notice what sensations are available. For me, I've got like a warm, slow, spirally sensation coming all the way up my ankles. Kind of feel some sensation up into my lower back. So we just want to be curious with this kind of work. It's always fascinating to me, like I'm working on my ankle, but I feel it in my neck, and that is because everything fascially is connected. So we just want to be curious, and it is through the felt sensation that the body moves through old emotions, traumas, experiences that are held and haven't been processed. So we just really want to pay attention to the sensation. Next, we're going to interlock our hands like this, and we're going to bring it to the shin. Once we're here, I want you to pull the skin up. I'm going to lean back, keep those arms nice and straight, and we're going to do a very similar thing. So this is our pin and lock in the shin. We're going to breathe, and we're going to move that foot around. You can move the leg around too if it feels good. Fascial maneuvers are all about you connecting with your own body. So there is no right or wrong way. Use the basic principles, the pinning and locking, the counter rotation, and make it work for your body. So we're going to do 6 breaths here. Again, moving slowly, getting into any of those sticky points. Oh yeah, that feels nice. Next, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to come to the back. So you can do it at any point on the calf. I often like to be down by the ankle because I find that for me, they're my specific patterns. And we're going to pull up on that skin. You can interlace the thumbs around your ankles for better grip. Straighten those arms, lean back a little bit. Breathe. If you lose your pin at any point, just repin. Ooh. Nice. Point those toes. Go to all different directions. Oh yeah, that feels nice. And now I want you to go for a walk. So we want to do bilateral stimulation, so walking between. It just helps the body come back into balance. Once we move things around, the body just needs that little bit of recalibration time. So just noticing how your left feels different to your right. I can feel a lot of sensation into the back of my knee and the front of my knee now. I kind of actually feel like I've got more space up my shoulders and back. Nice. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So interlock those hands, bring it to the other shin, and you can play around, you know, find a point of tension. I find that most people get the biggest amount of release when it's kind of on the ankle. So we pull up, and then we keep those arms straight. It's actually easier to do this without socks on, so you can sometimes get a bit of a better grip. Feel free to move around should you want to, but make sure that you're breathing. If you find a sticky point, like I've got one here, you can stay there. You don't have to move all the time. Send your breath there. Nice, cheeky. Now we're going to come to the back again. So interlock, find your point, pull that skin towards you, lean back. Breathe. Ooh, that feels nice. And you can always pin and lock multiple points. So if, for example, you get a release and you feel like you're completed in one section, maybe you want to move down a little bit on the ankle. Oh yeah. Happy feet, happy ankles. So I want you to go for a walk. Again, notice what's rising. I can feel a real difference in the top of my feet. Everything just feels less restricted. We're just going to do one more together. And I have another video for a knee relief, but we're going to come to the back of the knee. So we're going to come just below the back of the knee, actually. Same thing, interlock. And we're going to pull that skin up, and then we end up in that kind of shallow behind the knee. Same thing. So pin, we lock, we pull that skin towards us, we lean back, and then we do the same thing. Slippy leggings, not the easiest. It definitely is easier with bare legs. Maybe you want to move around. So 6 breaths all together. You can play a little bit with counter rotation. Oh yeah, that feels good. Same thing on the other side. So we come to the top of the calf, we pull that skin up, we end up in that back of the knee. We lean back, we get our arms straight. Just gives the least amount of pressure on the upper body. Because if you're here, you know, you're really engaging that muscle. So relaxing the upper body. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. And release. I want you to go for a walk, and I want you to notice what's changing, if anything, in your body. For me, my whole lower body feels so much lighter. It's morning here for me, so feeling a little bit heavy and restricted. My ankles have so much more mobility now. And I weirdly kind of feel like I can breathe a little freer too. A little bit of space, more space in the top of the neck. I would love it if you gave this video a go, and I would love to know, what do you notice?